If you're considering a life in Nashville, Tennessee, I'd like to share with you a survival guide on what and what not to do so you are prepared before you make that move to Nashville. One of these don'ts is crucial to know before you decide to make that move. So grab your guitar, lather on some sunblock, and get ready to learn the truth about Nashville because I'm getting started right now. One of Nashville's many nicknames is Music City. So of course, the first thing I have to tell you is do take up a hobby. With, of course, learning an instrument being what I would definitely recommend if you've been looking to take up music, because there's no better place to learn than Nashville. Music City has attracted so many creative artists and musicians that odds are when you move here, there's someone in your neighborhood and maybe even living on your street that can teach you how to play an instrument at a high level. Additionally, Nashville has a well-earned reputation for education. And as I mentioned, the city is chock full of creatively brilliant people, so there's no shortage of opportunities to learn and take up a new hobby or skill. Personally, I have taken up a hobby from my youth and joined my kids in the martial arts, and I love it. This next one has to do with one of my personal regrets, so don't miss out on cultural experiences. Besides music, Nashville offers a variety of cultural experiences like art galleries, theaters, museums, and even more exciting to me are the plethora of events and festivals happening in Nashville year-round. Oktoberfest in Nashville attracts nearly 300,000 people annually, and it's an incredible experience that's also family-friendly. Suburbs like Franklin host events such as A Dickens of a Christmas that are just filled with charm and seasonal wonder. There's even something for those who like the quirky and offbeat with the haunted tours of Nashville and events such as Tomato Fest. If you enjoy social and cultural experiences, moving to Nashville might just be the ticket for you. That brings me to my next point. Do give me a call. If you really are considering moving to Nashville, I specialize in helping people relocate to Music City, and I would absolutely love the opportunity to help you find and buy that perfect home here. If you don't want to give me a call, feel free to shoot me a text or send me an email. You'll find all my contact info down in the pinned comment. And if this video is helpful to you, don't forget to hit like. And if you'd like me to keep you updated on Nashville living, subscribe as well. The next do on my list, I can't stress enough, do experience the food scene, because Nashville's is one of the best. No matter what your culinary tastes are, you're likely to not only be satisfied, but perhaps even ecstatic about Nashville food. Being in the South, one of our claims to fame is definitely Southern comfort food, served at a high level at places like one of my personal favorites, the Loveless Cafe. There's also no shortage of ethnic cuisine, and I've had the best Mexican, Indian, and Thai dishes I've ever tasted here in Nashville. But the king of Nashville cuisine is the city's signature dish, Nashville hot chicken. And for the most authentic experience, you've got to try it at Prince's or Hattie B's. Now, I alluded to my next recommendation at the start of this video because it's a crucial part of Nashville living. Don't move to Nashville without a car. Because quite honestly, Nashville's public transportation system is lacking. We do have a bus system called WeGo Public Transit, but its range and scope are pretty lacking, and you will often find yourself waiting at a bus stop for as much as a half hour or even a full hour on some bus routes. On the plus side, Nashville allows ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft, and there's a robust network of drivers. The city's public transit is passable if you're just visiting and renting a car isn't feasible, but if you're gonna live in Nashville, you pretty much need to own a car. Another reason you're gonna wanna own a car is my next recommendation: do explore the outdoors. Nashville's surroundings offer a variety of natural landscapes, from lush green parks to serene lakes and rolling hills. Areas like Percy Warner Park and my personal favorite Radnor Lake provide picturesque settings ideal for photography, nature watching, or simply enjoying the tranquility. We get access to all of the benefits of modern living while also being surrounded by the natural beauty of Tennessee. And it's one of my favorite things about living in Nashville. And when you do go exploring the outdoors here, don't forget the sunblock. Now, of course, this advice is particularly important during our hot and humid summers here. But while Nashville isn't exactly sitting on the equator, we still get a lot of direct sunlight here. And if you aren't prepared, you're gonna get burned, literally. While you're at it, if you're exploring the outdoors, don't forget the bug spray either, because Tennessee has a lot of mosquitoes, ticks, and other bugs. And I've discovered countless bug bites on my body over the 10 years I've lived in Nashville. Oh, and one more thing. If you have seasonal allergies, you don't want to forget your allergy meds, as Nashville is one of the allergy capitals of the US. While we're on the subject of Nashville's hot summers, do keep your AC in working order. And not just in your home, but also in your car. Living in Nashville can be a miserable experience without climate control. And as I mentioned before, Nashville summers are so hot and humid that we often experience a feel of over 100 degrees on the heat index. Find yourself a trustworthy HVAC technician and auto repair shop, and make sure you have some repair money set aside for this because you're gonna need it. Aside from the hot summers, the other quirk of Nashville weather is how unpredictable it can be. So don't make plans without weather contingencies, because you may find out that the forecast just wasn't that accurate. Nashville weather is all over the place, and I've often found myself sitting down for lunch, seeing a rainstorm pass by, only to walk back out of the restaurant to clear skies by the time I'm done eating. Our temperatures can also be all over the place, and you never know whether your kids' costumes for Halloween need to be more like Cruella or Jasmine. So just make sure you account for the weather unpredictability here when making plans, and you'll do just fine. I've talked about exploring the food scene and the outdoors here in Nashville, but my fellow residents here wouldn't let me hear the end of it if I didn't share what the city is most known for. So do explore the music scene, because Nashville's music scene is unparalleled. With nearly 200 live music venues, there is so much to experience in Nashville's music scene that it can almost be a little overwhelming, but it's totally worth it. Some of the most prominent venues include the Grand Ole Opry and the Ryman Auditorium, as well as the more intimate setting of the Bluebird Cafe. Taking a walk down Nashville's Broadway, you will hear the live music echo through the streets as it escapes the plethora of bars and honky-tonks. It's an experience that is uniquely Nashville. There's something else that's pretty unique about Nashville, so I should tell you, don't forget about the sales tax, as Tennessee and Nashville by proxy has one of the highest sales tax rates in the nation. Currently at 9.25%, the sales tax rate in Nashville is currently the lowest tax rate you can get in Tennessee, but honestly, that doesn't make it hurt any less at checkout. I just recently paid for a car repair that cost me $130 in sales tax alone, and moments like that can definitely hurt. The good news is that property taxes in Nashville are quite reasonable and are among the cheapest in the US. Also, Tennessee doesn't have a state income tax. Now, what I haven't talked about so far is why I love Nashville so much, so do check out this video next. And don't click away just yet, because I would like to say thanks for watching, and I certainly hope to Tennessee you soon.